Hey dude, what are you up to?
YouTube, Final Cut Pro. What?
Want to do a vlog?
Sure. I've got an idea.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about?
iPhones.
iPhones. So let's grab our iPhones. What do you have in your hands there?
I have the 6S Plus, the 7, and the 7 Plus.
And I have the 8 Plus and the coveted iPhone 10 or iPhone X, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's talk about these. We're huge Apple fans, let's just say.
Every day.
Okay, and we use them a lot.
Every day.
We switched to
I switched from a 6S Plus to the iPhone 8 Plus.
and then I traditionally used the iPhone 7 for work, but then I was using the 7 Plus, and finally, because of the AT&T buy one get one free deal, this is the reason why we have these two phones in hand. But we've been using it for like a week, a little bit over a week now. And yeah, a little bit over a week.
Yeah.
But overall, it just, I don't know, me and him keep looking at each other, was like, is it worth it? You know, so let's go, you know, one step at a time. So let's talk about the 6. The 6
S
S Plus. This is the phone that Justin here used majority of the time. Over a year. A little bit over a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you like it?
It felt nice, but I was worried about like water getting on it and that kind of stuff.
But overall,
It was a nice phone.
how was the battery life?
Battery life was great.
Overall, right?
Like no problems whatsoever.
That's after the update. Before the
We're talking about before the updates.
So what we're talking about is right when the iPhone 8 and 10 or X was released.
Yeah.
When they did that update on that iOS, like everyone else, we had the same experience, which is a lower battery life throughout the day on all of our devices. And for me, I was using the 7S Plus and the 7. And on the work phone, because of the application of Good, I think that's why that it was just draining really quickly. And this overall, while it wasn't draining really quick, it did get warm a lot. That was the weird thing, okay? Now, so that's our user experience going from the basic, because this was originally my phone, then I went from here to here, so not a big difference. My camera usage on this thing, minimal, because majority of the time I still go grab the DSLR to go take nice pictures with the family and also vlog. But even for all of our other vlogs that we didn't really use these phones. But so we use it to play games, text, email, watch a little bit of YouTube,
Make quick calls.
You know, we're just, you know, regular users. So we use all 3 of these phones for majority of 2017.
Yeah.
Then we got rid of them because of the promotion. We're done. So now, Justin uses the
8 Plus.
and I use the 10. Now, you know, I think that from a user experience, is it really that much better? How about you go first? Because you had the same size device going from 6 to basically 8. Which is overall it's a pretty big jump. But did you feel that big of a difference?
Honestly, no, not really. The only difference moving from a 6S Plus to the iPhone 8 Plus is the camera. And that's it.
And when you said camera, what did you get out of it? Why was it better?
Well, videotaping quality was slightly better. Like, I could move from 4K 30 frames per second to 4K 60 frames per second. But then, the main thing that they added to this was portrait mode.
And how did portrait mode work for you?
I mean,
Like it?
I like it, but then it's hard to find everyday objects you can take pictures of because most of the time it only takes pictures of humans.
Okay, so what about our cats? Did you try to take pictures?
Of course I tried it.
And how did they turn out?
I mean, if they weren't moving, then it was great.
Okay, so he enjoyed it. Now for me, I skipped the 8 and I went straight to the 10. With the 10 overall, I haven't been really impressed with it. It's like, okay, should I keep it or should I not keep it? Because at the end of the day, this is a 256 gig phone and it is $1,000. Now, with that being said, I have learned and recognized that I don't need the huge screen. I feel like the large screen thing was good for a while. Now I'm ready and gravitating back towards a more regular size screen. And it works out fine. The edge-to-edge thing, it's not a huge deal. It just hasn't been. One finger, and for me, because overall I have a pretty small hand, so the one finger thing has never been really existed for me. So by using it, it does it covers more area, but not, I still have to use 2 hands at the end of the day, no matter what phone you give me. And maybe back with the old flip phones, I might not have to. But any type of smart devices, I'm gonna have to use 2 hands, 2 fingers to really do anything on it. I would say that the face recognition, I'm extremely impressed with. I have not had any issues whatsoever with glasses or without glasses, hair done or not done, hats, no hats, hoodie, no problems whatsoever. Darker areas, it still worked out fine, so 0 issues from that end. But while we're talking about the screen size, let's go on paper and let's put everything aside on a side by side and let's compare and see how it looks. On paper, we have the
6S Plus, 7 Plus, 7, 8 Plus, and iPhone 10.
Okay, so again, we have the
iPhone 10, 8 Plus, 7, 7 Plus.
Isn't that 7S Plus?
No, it's just 7 Plus.
Ah, sorry. 7 Plus and
6S Plus.
Okay, so this is what we have here. So overall, the phone, like everyone says, it looks pretty much the same, right? Let's just say here, one of the things that we noticed that, they always talked about the screen size. Look, the screen size is actually smaller. Every time there's like a 1/4 inch of a screen. Not until we get to 7, which then they seem relatively
the same.
But the 7 is smaller than the 10 at the end of the day. So here we are having each one of these phones. Now, costs, right? 6S Plus, I think it was like around what, like $700, $799. Let's just say 800. 7 Plus when it came out, $800. 7, it was like what, $749, something like that, $750. The 8 Plus, $800. This guy, $1,200. Is it really worth it?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Again, right now, Justin and I are using these 2 phones. But now we're starting at times to think about, should we just return these 2 and go back to our 7 Plus and 6S Plus? We'd love to hear what you think. So, post something on the bottom, let us know, but we absolutely want to think about this. Okay, so we just did the comparison on paper, at least visually, to see what's the differences between each of the phones. And in the grand scheme of things, there wasn't a huge difference.
Not really.
Yeah. The speed-wise, again, overall in the everyday usage, pretty similar.
It's very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
I'm a 13-year-old, okay? And even for me, as I'm playing with it, overall, it wasn't a huge difference. It's not $1,000 difference. Now, I would say one thing about this phone. The feel is more luxurious. I use the word luxurious because when you spend over $1,000 or astronomical amount of money on some type of jewelry or some type of watch, usually you get a good weight. And this phone that's how it feels. It feels very premium, especially when you get it in white. It's very clean looking. Now, with this phone, you better go buy a good case, because like everyone said, that this phone, if you break the back with glass, it is extremely expensive to replace. Like, I think it's over $500.
Over $500.
So with that being said, you have to put a case around it. There are plenty of options out there, but no matter what, get a case. Now, additionally, and this is something recent that just came up. Apple, while they haven't officially announced it, the news has already leaked that around summertime of this year, this phone could be
Canceled.
That is not a good thing. Now, like everyone said, it's not like it never happened before. I mean, with the 5, they had a very short duration. They literally switched up and canceled the phone within the year, from what I remember. He was too young during that time, but I used it, and it doesn't really matter now. The iPhone 10 overall is a good phone, but I just don't know if it's really $1,000 phone. That's my struggle. And even for Justin here, going from this 6S Plus to the 8 Plus, he even explained to me that it just wasn't that big of a difference.
It's really not.
It's not. And the wireless charging, we did order the wireless. I surprised them. Wireless charger are coming, so we should have today, sometime hopefully, Amazon. But it wasn't a huge difference. So with that being said, I would not recommend anyone to really even upgrade. If you were on a 6S Plus already,
Don't do it. It's really not worth it.
So, last thing we have to cover though. Starting from the 7 and forward, the phones are more water resistant, meaning that I have taken the 7 and the 7 Plus and in the pool, in the ocean, in fact, during a Hawaii trip.
Yeah.
No problems with it whatsoever. I have not taken the 10 in any type of water environment. I'm not dumping a $1,000 phone that's mine into it. So I'm not ready for that. So overall, I'm not a huge fan of the 10. While it's nice and cool, the Animoji's neat, it's not that great. Face detection does work, and it does work very well. So I will say that. But for the amount you have to spend to get these phones, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Not again, at least. So, all right. Till next time, please subscribe. Do comment on the bottom to let us know, should we go back or not. We have another 5 days to make that decision. So please subscribe and let us know.
Leave a like.
There you go, guys. Take care.